So if you're doing it individually, you can see all the various interests you're testing. You know the ones that are performing absolutely well. So you can now take them all together, now put them all in one asset and then start running. You can identify the interests that are not performing well, so you can go ahead and key them. You can turn off those interests so that you don't waste your money. Okay, well, this is not really a huge point anyway, particularly with Advantage Plus, right? Because Meta is going to go beyond your audience sometimes anyway. It's going to do that. It's going to do that. Yeah, when it feels it's going to be your own best, benefit. But that's something I just felt I should mention in here just to let you know the importance of probably testing each interest in a particular asset as against lumping them all together without having tested and verified that this interest is going to give you a good performance. All right, then we also have a custom audience. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. This is about excluding custom audience. Also, don't worry about that for now. We'll talk about it later. Now, this is languages. Specify the language of your choice. So, okay. So next here we have a custom audience. Let's look at what custom audience is all about. By the word custom, you see we are familiar with what we call customization. I want to customize something. So custom audience is a pointer to an already existing, interaction or relationship. So custom audience is all about retargeting. You want to use custom audience, it means that you want to retarget. It requires an existing data collected by your Facebook pixel in order to do so. It involves advertising to people who have interacted with your business before, such as people who have visited your website, people who have probably bought from you before, or people who are on your email list if you have one. It might be people who have interacted with you on Facebook, or people who have interacted with you on Instagram. You get what I'm saying? So when we say custom audience, we are talking about people that we have something to do before. So we want to customize them and then target them again because we want a repeat purchase, or probably because you want them to, complete something that they didn't complete, a step that they didn't complete. Maybe people that visit our website, but they abandoned their carts, they did not check out. So because the Facebook pixel has the data of those people, so we can, restructure our ad and then retarget them. Probably by so doing, we can, motivate them or inspire them to go ahead and complete the process of checking out if you're on e-commerce or something like that. So to do custom audience, you must have an existing data collected by Facebook pixel to your ad account. Custom audience, yeah, is definitely something I did recommend you do. You have to use it, but don't worry at the moment. If you're just getting started, you have to do that a little bit later when you must have gathered much experience, or your ad account must have gathered a lot of data that Facebook can work with, because you need data in order to set up your custom audience. All right. It's not advised that you use the Advantage Plus audience alongside with your custom audience, because the purpose will be defined. Remember, I said Advantage Plus audience is more like a tool that gives Facebook the right to go beyond your audience, whatever thing, to go source for other people. Facebook goes beyond, whatever specification you're giving him to look for, whatever it feels in its own judgment that these people will be interested in what you're offering. So you don't use that. I will explain that in a second. And but however, here we also have the lookalike audience. So lookalike audience here, instead of specifically advertising to people that have visited our website before, or people who have visited our Facebook page, or people who have visited our Instagram page, or people who have bought from us. So instead of advertising to them, customizing and advertising to them directly, here in the lookalike audience, we are telling Facebook, okay, Facebook, create for me a lookalike audience of people that are similar to the people who have bought from me, right? And then advertise to those people. You get? So here I'm saying, if my customers happen to be like 42-year-old females who are interested in these things, in what I sell here, in the offer I offer here, in the offer I offer here, yeah, in the product, in the service I render here. So if they are 42-year-old females, I'm telling Facebook, all right, I want you to go ahead and find me people that have the same attributes, behavioral things, the same feature, right? And then advertise to them as well, because there are chances that if they all have the same attribute, if Mr. A has bought, then the person that looks like Mr. A will definitely be interested in it, and also buy from me. So lookalike audience is more like cloning your custom audience, bringing out giving Facebook instruction. Okay, this custom audience, get me people that look like that look exactly like them, and then push my advert to them. I hope you get that. So it's something I think you have to do also. It's very, very important. It is helpful. Now, the truth is that this custom audience and lookalike audience tools, they are powerful. They are powerful tools that will help you, it will help your Facebook and your Instagram to convert excellently well. If you know how to use it, by the way, if you know how to use it and how to use it the right way. So I've also created a full tutorial, a step-by-step video tutorial on how to set it up, how to use it, and how to use it the right way. So it's also embedded in the complete course, in the full course. You have access to it. So go study it and start using it. Okay, so this is where you will add them in here. Again, with advantage plus audience, they would just be a suggestion. Like I said before, it's not a hard boundaries, and Meta would potentially expand beyond that anyway. Okay, so yeah, that is how you will set things up from a targeting standpoint if you are using advantage plus audience. Note, however, if you're using the original or the traditional option instead of the advantage plot audience, your targeting criteria are going to be more like a hard boundaries, right? It's going to be a hard boundary. So they are not going to be like 100% strict, but it's more of a hard boundaries in the sense that the exclusion of the advantage plot audience means that Facebook is going to respect your setup. Facebook is not going to see your setup as a mess suggestion, rather it's going to respect it. So whatever thing you specify, if you say it's specifically for 23 years, as a minimum age, Facebook is going to respect that. If you say it's 55 years as the maximum age, Facebook is going to respect that. So as an experienced advertiser, we use this a lot because we want to, have more control over what we do. We want to really specifically test stuff without any intrusion, interruption from Facebook. So we want to like testing and, use our judgment to, decide what works and all of that. So, but for most beginner, this is just not something that you need to worry about. You can go with the advantage plus audience. It's going to help you a lot. It's something I definitely recommend for all beginners. Okay, so I want to get down to this placement section. All right. What we can see here is that the placement section is defaulted to all placement, all placement. This is what we call, advantage plus placement. Okay, so by placement, we are simply referring to the places, the locations, within Facebook and Instagram where your ads are shown to people. So placement, location, the places where your ads are shown to people. And what we can see here is that the placement section is here. Look at it. Is defaulted to all placements. All placements. Yeah. So this is what we call the Advantage Plus placement. So obviously there are, of course, there are different locations, right? Where your ads could be, shown to people, to your target audience. So you could see an ad on your Facebook feed or on your Instagram feed, or it could be on your Instagram story or your Facebook Reels, your Facebook story. There are a whole lot of different options, right? But with the Advantage Placement Plus, your ad is shown to basically all the placement, all the locations. You can also get more specific and edit these placements. You can click edit, and then you can see here that there are a few different options, you know for getting rid of specific stuffs like the audience network. Now, see, the audience network as a platform, or rather as a placement location, occurs when Facebook takes your ad to content creators platform. Maybe all those your influencers, all those content creators. Sometimes you're watching their content and then you see beneath it some ad pops up in the process of what you're watching. So those are audience network. So if Facebook feels that if you take your ad to the audience network, to those locations, that it could make people to see it and take the more desired action. Facebook can do that, but personally, most time, well, depending on what you're advertising for, whether you're going for traffic, you're going for awareness, or you're going for leads or sell, all those things are criteria you can check that will guide your decision whether to select the audience network or not. So you can manually adjust all of these things. You can deselect the ones that you don't want. Let's see. So to deselect the ones you don't want, you have to switch back to the manual placement. So manual placement allows you the flexibility of manually selecting the ones you want and the ones you want to switch off. But Meta is Facebook is trying to push the all placement or advantage placement option. Facebook is trying to push that more because Facebook believes that it will help you get more result. But personally, sometimes using the manual placement options is also good. Like I said, it can allow you to whether take one or the other. Depending on what you're advertising, if it is awareness, engagement, traffic, leads, or sales. There are some locations, some placements that won't give you the best result if you go for them. So in that case, you can actually take it off. Another advantage of the manual placement is that you can decide if you want to advertise only on Facebook as against Facebook and Instagram. So you can tick off Instagram and select Facebook. On the other hand, you can tick off Facebook and select Instagram. So that can only be obtainable when you're manually, deciding your placement options. You can get rid of Messenger. You can decide, oh, I want to only advertise on feeds and stories. I don't want to have anything to do with any other stuff. Just give me feeds and story, all of that. So that's what the whole thing is all about. So in order not to make this video too long, I have a well detailed video that guide you step by step on which placement option to go for depending on the campaign objective and your goals that you have chosen for that particular advert you're running. So there are some locations that will give you the best result. So I have a well detailed video tutorial that explains all of that, so you can get it in the complete course. Right. So, however, if you're going with the lead campaign objective or the sales campaign objectives, as you should be as a beginner anyway, then it is obviously fine to not use the manual placement. So, for the leads objective, for the sales objective, Advantage Plus placement is the best option. If you have told Meta, I want leads, I want sales, Meta knows the potential of all these various placement options. So Meta already knows this. So what Meta will do is to, put your ads in places where you are likely going to get the best results, right? So that is why I think for lead and sales, using the all placement or the advantage plus placement is actually to your own benefit. So now the question you might be asking, where do I need to come in and use a manual placement? So my advice is, if you're going to be using awareness campaign objective, or you're going to be using a traffic campaign, or an engagement campaign objective, then the manual placement option will work the best. It will give you the most result, because you have the flexibility of deciding where you want your ad to be shown, because you need to guarantee that your ad will be shown to the highest quality placement locations.